How's it going, everybody? I have a very unpopular opinion about design, and that's that wireframing is a massive waste of time. And now I'm going to trigger all sorts of UX people who think that there should be all sorts of time spent wireframing and doing all this stuff. But guess what? Wireframing can be done in actually, I'm going to show you my secret sauce, how to skip the wireframing part of the design process completely and get straight to really awesome looking results. So what I did, let me minimize that. So what I did was I put a call out on the internet, and I said, what would be a good app to design so I can demonstrate this just as an exercise. So this is my design file right here. Look at this. There's absolutely nothing here. I'm going to show you how to go from this to a high fidelity design, skipping the wireframing process completely. I wonder how fast I can do this. So here's one tip that I'm going to do. I'm going to use a UI kit just because that's one way to kind of shortcut some of this. Usually what I'll do is I'll create the components based on go a bit more creative, but in this case, just to demonstrate how to get to HiFi while skipping wireframes, I'm going to just use a more generic UI kit. But okay, so let's read this design brief. So this is a sales, basically this is for salespeople, and they have an AI army at their fingertips that they're controlling. They're able to change the levers and dials on these AI bots that are doing all these sales automations for them. So the first part, these are some follow-ups to some questions that I asked to get clarity on the brief. So they're live avatars that can cold call. They can call real people, and they can hop on. They can actually, I'm just going to start. Here's one step, is just using text. So let's see. We'll call them bots, even though that can have some negative connotations. You don't want bots attacking your replies, or lots of kind of bot farming ideas of bots are associated with spam. I hope this app is not going to be spammy. So you can do video calls. They can engage with prospects. So by engaging, I would interpret that to be they can send text messages, they can send emails, video, cold call. Okay. Okay, the management side, so this is the bot operator. The management side would be more focused on their training and the fine-tuning of the AI model, where a human would spend time upfront manually reinforcing learning. Maybe there would be poor / negative customer sentiments flagged from recorded calls, so they can be tweaked for future situations and questions. There would be analytics and dashboards to gauge performance. So I think of this as like a live bots. They're like, this is the sales floor right here, and then this is this is like the training area. And so what you can do is you can upload, and this would be its own feature, going in and uploading video, upload audio. I mean, you could even upload a transcript. But let's say, okay, so for our exercise here, for designing this dashboard, let's say you've actually you've got a few different hypotheses and a few different bots going that are training based on different video. Maybe that's not going to be included. We'll think about that, but I'll just keep that there. So also, you want to, with these live bots, you want to be able to see the sentiment, especially if they're on a call. Actually, this would be No. I don't know why that's popping up. It's weird. Sentiment. Just trying to paste text. I don't know why they're trying to upsell me. Okay, that's important because if your bot is on a real life phone call with a real life person, this is gonna be crazy when your sales bot is calling the other company's AI bot that's answering the phone, and your AI bots are interacting with each other. We're not quite there yet, but we have our so focus. We have our bots making calls, and you want to see the sentiment. Performance would be largely based on conversion to the next call with account executives. So maybe there's like a count of conversions today, or maybe this week. I wonder what's this company selling. I have to think about that. Hopefully it's fun. Paper. This company is selling paper. Yes, it's a really great business model. Paper company. See this right here. This is a very important part of the design process. This is part of how you skip the wireframes completely. And what's our time? Oh boy, we're already at 6 minutes. We better hurry up. This is taking way too long. Okay, so conversion is super important. That's the whole point. You want these calls to go down the funnel. You want to sell more paper, and you want to get them on the phone with your highest performing account executives. Is that going to be Jim or Dwight? Okay, there needs to be a kill switch. Let's say, oh man, let's say things are going really poorly and someone is very mad at this, that they're getting this automated call from a bot. Hopefully it passes the Turing test and you don't even know that it's a bot. But let's say they're mad. There needs to be a kill switch. Just to shut it down, abort. You see that the customer's getting mad. Okay. So there's going to be, and then there will be a list of bots, and you're going to have different states. It's going to be like, default state. There's going to be calling, but no one's on the phone. There's going to be on the phone. And then, of course, there's going to be different sentiment too. So maybe one major state would be like ready to move on, or ready to move on to that account executive, AE, ready to convert. And then maybe one state is like warning, like keep an eye on this. The sentiment seems to be going south quickly. And then it could start digitally only, but then there's physical sales bots for phase 2. So that's outside of the scope for this MVP. Okay, so we're at 8 minutes, and you know what? This is gonna be a multi-part series because I want to keep your attention span. And if this is boring content, I don't want to bore you. But this is the conclusion of phase 1. This is essentially taking what is the brief, the design brief, and then boom, this is the first step of the design, converting what you're going to design into just a very basic list of features. And so in our next video, what we're going to do is we're going to take this list, and I'm going to aim for under 5 minutes. I'm going to see if I can wireframe in under 5 minutes. I don't know how long a lot of people will end up designing. I know I was in-house at a tech company for a long time, and there was there's a fair amount of time wasted, let's be honest. And in my opinion, wireframing is a total waste of time. Do you think 5 minutes of wireframing is a waste of time though? Do you think 10 minutes wireframing is a waste of time? And then for that final phase after the wireframe, when you actually see the high fidelity designs, then you can actually answer, what do you think spending a day, spending 2 days, spending a week, spending 2 weeks wireframing, do you think that would have been a waste of time when 5 or 10 minutes was spent? So this wraps up this first video, step 1 of the design process, absorbing the brief and turning it into I'll call this a design. Maybe that's going to be controversial. A list is not a design, but I call this is the first design. So I don't deliver this to clients. This is not a deliverable, but this is an artifact of the design process to get going. All right, hope you enjoyed this, and look forward to sharing my next part of the process with you. Cheers.